Clinton is an American politician and the Democratic nominee for the 2016 presidential election. This election has been really hard for the Americans as they struggle with deciding who they want to vote for. There have just been so many rumors and attacks on character that it's hard to know what's real and what's fake. I mean, through her run, Hillary has had some pretty questionable and bizarre things said about her, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey YouTube, I'm Court McGinley and welcome back to the most amazing top 5. Sit back, subscribe, and let me entertain you. Before we get started on this list, I want to know, who do you think has run a more honest and clean race, Clinton or Trump? Let me know your answers down in the comments. Alright, let's jump into this list of the top 5 Hillary Clinton myths debunked. Coming in our number 5 spot, she's against universal health care. This past year, Hillary stated that she would rather expand the Affordable Care Act so that it could become true universal health care instead of starting a whole new fight by trying to pass a completely different healthcare bill. And some people were viewing that as her being lazy and not caring, when it's actually the exact opposite. She wants to put more time into fixing what Americans currently have rather than starting all over. This is going to save both time and money, which seems like the best option. In at number 4, feminist. For anyone who doesn't know, a feminist is defined as the belief that men and women should have equal opportunities, as well as having organized activity on behalf of women's rights and interests. So, by all rights, being a feminist is a good thing. It doesn't mean as women we think we are better than men. It just means everyone is equal. I mean, it's 2016. Come on. Throughout the race, people have said that Hillary Clinton is not a feminist. As the First Lady, Clinton addressed the UN against the crimes sanctioned by the countries against women and girls worldwide of all colors, creed, and ethnicities, stating women's rights are human rights, and human rights are women's rights, once and for all. So she made it easier for women to sue against wage discrimination. Also, if elected, she has promised that 50% of her cabinet would be female. She's doing this to reflect the continent of her country rather than the continent of America's history. In at number 3, Clinton's lies. So throughout the election, people keep claiming that Hillary is nothing but a liar, but it turns out that's the farthest thing from the truth. Over the past 18 months, news watchdog groups have been fact-checking everything both candidates have been saying, and they are covering all their bases. Not only do they watch all of their speeches, but they also go through written statements and political ads as well. And it's been found out that all the people who ran for major party nominations this election cycle, Hillary Clinton was the most honest. Due to the fact that Hillary speaks in complex statements, it's often seen as a cover instead of realism. Coming in at number 2, Clinton's Foundation scandal. It was reported that Hillary Clinton used the Clinton Foundation to launder money for herself. All of these allegations came from a book titled Clinton Cash, and this book was written by Peter Schweizer. In it, he makes several claims about the foundation, soon after they were proven to be false. This foundation is pretty transparent and shows exactly where their money comes from and where it goes. Over the years, people have claimed that the Clinton Foundation was up to something because only 6% of their money goes to grants. But since the foundation isn't in the business of funding grants, then that's not so bizarre. The fund is for providing AIDS medication to rural African communities. They also combat climate change and provide relief to areas affected by natural disasters. And to add further proof, Bill and Hillary have released their tax returns for the past 30 years, which shows the majority of their $3 million income comes from speaking engagements and book sales. In our number 1 spot, sharing secrets. It's been reported that throughout this election, Hillary has been sharing state secrets through her private email. When you're the Secretary of State or the President, your job is 24/7, it doesn't stop. So you're going to need to answer emails through your phone at times, which is not a secure server. But Hillary actually asked the NSA to give her a secure server, just to be on the safe side, but they turned her down, saying that they weren't set up for that kind of thing. All this happened when the potential US government hacks were increasing and becoming very real. So Hillary decided not to use the State Department server, and decided to instead use the server the Secret Service set up for her husband after he left the White House. So this was in fact a secure server, it just wasn't the same secure server. And it turns out while the State Department was hacked, Hillary Clinton's private server wasn't. So while this is a good thing, many people found it suspicious. So millions of American tax dollars were spent on an investigation, and it turned out that Hillary wasn't committing a crime. However, it wasn't proper of her to use the server without the government agency signing off on it. Well, there you guys go. That is our list of the top 5 Hillary Clinton myths debunked. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.